this is the direct result of anti-ICE rhetoric. They said it only incites violence, and really it has to stop, because if it doesn't, more people are going to end up dead.
I thought these people were anti-gun.
A lot of new disturbing details about the shooting outside of this ICE facility here. Officials all day yesterday, after sharing more information, said this is the direct result of anti-ICE rhetoric. They said it only incites violence, and really it has to stop, because if it doesn't, more people are going to end up dead. I want to give you a look right here at the shooter. Fox getting this exclusively. My source sending this to us. It is a licensed photo of the shooter here, who has been identified as 29-year-old Joshua John. Officials say that he fired dozens of rounds at the ICE facility from the rooftop of a nearby building. Anti-ICE messages were found on rounds that were right near him. And the FBI shared this picture, so you could even see anti-ICE there written on one of those shell casings. ICE said bullets were sprayed everywhere, so they were found in and around this entire facility. The gunman also fired at a van that was in the Sally Port carrying 3 illegal migrants. They were arrested by ICE and then getting ready to get processed. Officials say one of them died. The gunman then shot and killed himself.
Of course he shot and killed himself. Fucking. Ugh. Okay. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about this and a couple other shootings, because it's just nonstop now. It feels like every day there's something new happening. And where's it coming from? Oh, don't you dare say it's coming from conservatives. This is literally coming from left-wing extremism. The anti-gun people. Y'all writing crap on the bullet casings. It's so weird. On the rooftops, you're copycatting. These are copycat things that are happening. It's scary what's happening. So I want to bring up a couple more things here. I did some research. The information keeps changing and changing, but it's just another young guy who feels to me like is a lonely person and got caught up probably online in some kind of group. And then the rhetoric of the anti-ICE, the anti-government, the anti-movement of liberalism, whatever you want to call it, hate, got into this young person's head.
What more can you tell us about the information they're releasing?
Hi, Andy. Well, the FBI Director Kash Patel says they've had officials combing through all of the information from the shooter's phone records and also writings to try to find a motive and piece together exactly what happened here. Sources shared a photo of that shooter with me. This is the 29-year-old here, Joshua John, and this is a picture of his driver's license. The FBI says that his phone records show that he searched Charlie Kirk shot video multiple times in the 2 days leading up to those shootings. He also downloaded a document with a list of DHS facilities and searched an app that tracked ICE agents. The FBI director says he left a handwritten note that said, quote, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think, is there a sniper with AP rounds on that roof?" The FBI also shared this picture of rounds found near the shooter with anti-ICE messages written on the shell casings.
I'm telling you, these guys are lonely, getting sucked into some groups and left extreme violent groups and going nuts. And the fact that there's an ICE agent tracker, that needs to be illegal. Oh my God, what? Why are you tracking ICE agents? Like, I don't care if you like what's going on in this country or not. Sometimes you have to take things apart and rebuild them. And our system needs to be rebuilt. It's a complete joke. There's way too many people coming in this country who should not be here, who are violent offenders. It does not mean that I disagree with having people who are immigrants in this country. That's ridiculous. Most people are okay with that. What we're not okay with is coming here illegally. I lived in another country. I had to go by all the rules of that country or I would have been kicked out, which I did. I followed the rules, got to stay in that country for 10 years. What's the problem with us having the same rules? It's actually ridiculous. So now you're shooting at the actual immigrants in the van and killing one dude, and then you kill yourself. Like, the mental illness of these young people. He was like 29 years old. That's a young person. Wasting his life because he's being indoctrinated into left-wing extremism. The people who don't like the guns are the ones using the guns. Go figure. So I think this is an interesting statement. Listen to this.
Well, and it's also pretty chilling. You think of Luigi Mangione, a message on bullet casings. Tyler Robinson, prosecutors say, messages on bullet casings in this case as well. So what do we know about the history of the suspect in this?
There you go. A history of bullet casings, writing on them, rooftop shootings. The dude's fucking looking at Charlie Kirk, like, assassination. Come on, man. So, and this guy was all... Okay, wait. I'm not going to say it. I want to actually bring this piece up right here.
29-year-old suspect Joshua John. This is an old mugshot from a 2015 marijuana arrest in Collin County.
They've been great neighbors.
This family's Collin County neighbors told us they keep to themselves but are always cordial.
I've had lovely interactions with their family, so I'm so horrified to hear about all this.
No one on this street knew much about Joshua John, and while the FBI director called what happened a politically motivated attack, one of John's childhood friends described him to ABC as, quote, the least political out of all the people I knew in high school. John's friends said he was a gamer, mainly interested in internet culture. His profile pic had been a meme of a man with a Soviet flag. It's not a political thing, a friend told ABC. It's just being on the computer too much.
A meme with a dude and a Soviet flag. It's not political. He's just on the internet too much. What? It is 100% politically motivated. You might not think that. Sometimes you don't know what's going on because you've been brainwashed from the rhetoric. And young people are easily swayed on the internet. And they we don't know yet what kind of groups this guy was at. You can see that he was kind of a loner maybe. And he was just and he got sucked into the hateful left extreme hate. He got sucked into it. Those letters that he wrote on there. Again, these freaks are writing these letters. So to me, I wanted to show you that because even if it's not politically motivated, he's just a gamer kid. Yeah, right. We're going to find out a lot of stuff about what's going on. It takes a lot for somebody to get a shotgun, write on the bullet casings, and go up on the roof. There's something going on there. That's not normal behavior for a 29-year-old. So if you didn't know, there's a couple other shootings that just happened from the left-wing extremists.
This morning, we're taking you up live look right now in New Hampshire, where investigators are looking into a deadly shooting that happened during a wedding ceremony. According to investigators, the suspect, 23-year-old Hunter Nadeau, walked into this country club and then opened fire. And a result of all of this, one person is dead, a man, and two others were hurt seriously. During the attack, witnesses say the suspect was heard yelling, "Free Palestine." Investigators say the shooting was brought to an end when one of the wedding guests cracked the suspect over the head with a chair. Police arrived a short time later, took the man into custody, where he is now facing charges of second-degree murder. At last check, one of the victims is still hospitalized in critical condition. Updates on the story as they break this morning here at the Live Desk.
Oh my God. You're not even going to believe this. So this guy walks into the wedding in New Hampshire, I think last week, killed somebody, was shooting Free Palestine. That is actually connected to the... Oh my God, I'm laughing so I don't cry because it's so sick. We all know that rhetoric, Free Palestine. It's all connected to the left-wing extremist space. LGBTQIA, queer people, like it's all connected to the whole thing. He's literally screaming Free Palestine. Then I was doing research to try to find some good video to talk about it. Oh my God, good luck. Good luck finding that on the news. Nobody's talking about it. Like it's just got put over here like, shh, don't say he was saying Free Palestine. So bullshit. He was saying Free Palestine and the kids are all right or something like that. But wait, here, let me bring this one up.
He just came out and said, what he said? Yeah, what he said was the children are safe and, free Palestine.
He was in all black, he was tall, he was thin, he had a mask on. We just saw him raise the gun and then we ran.
Getting together for a dance for the bride and groom, and then all chaos went off. We heard about 6 shots and everybody ducked for cover, and next thing we know, we're rushed into safe spots and stuff like that. He just came out and said, what he said? Yeah, what he said was the children are safe and, free Palestine.
Just in case you forgot, that's what he said. Free, free Palestine. Okay, so there we have another left-wing crazy people. Nope, it's not conservative. These people are not conservatives. They're not Republicans. They're left-wing extremists. I'm going to keep saying it over and over. As a former Democrat, okay, I'm done. I'm just so done. If I see any more, it's embarrassing and gross and disgusting. These are supposedly the party of no guns. They're the ones creating the violence. Real, actual gun owners, and I know because my sister is a gun owner, okay? They would never. They're safe. They're very safe with their guns. They wouldn't just, how are these people getting these guns and writing on the bullet casings? It's just so frustrating for me to see all this stuff, you guys. It is. It's actually frustrating. So it's very hard for me to find. Then I found another one.
So another mass shooting happened in New Hampshire. This time it was at a wedding. I have done the best that I can to dig up the actual facts that we know and that we can confirm right now. First things first. This video going around, that is not the shooter. It is not always about being first. It's about being right. Because when you're wrong, innocent lives get ruined. This is the actual shooter's profile. Y'all notice how the mugshot matches the profile picture. Better to be right than first. So what do we know so far? The shooter is 23-year-old Hunter Nadeau, and eyewitnesses say that he walked into the country club with a mask on, flipping people off and opening up shots. They say about 6 or 7 shots were fired. Eyewitnesses also say that he was screaming "Free Palestine" and "the children are safe." But the officials want to try to tell us that they don't know the motive. Definitely not left-wing ideology, but I digress. The shooting ended up with 2 people hospitalized after being shot, and 1 person unfortunately lost their life. This is our victim, 59-year-old Robert DeCesar. Witnesses say that as the shooter opened fire, Robert moved himself in front of his wife and his daughter, to which caught the shooter's attention, to which the shooter then turned and shot him in the face. Robert's daughter is supposed to be getting married in 6 weeks. Hunter Nadeau is in custody, and he is set to be arraigned on Monday for second-degree murder. Those are the facts that we know right now that I can confirm. And here we are once again. The left is screaming about gun control, and yet they are the ones that are doing the shooting. Just give it 24 hours. I'm sure they'll find a way to try to say it was a Republican, even though the facts clearly say different. My thoughts and my prayers are with every single one of the victims of this incident.
Those are the facts we know right now that they can confirm. Okay, because we even have an actual eyewitness who was at the wedding, and that one clip I showed you, who actually said, he said, "Free Palestine," and the kids are okay, or whatever that fucking means. You're a crazy person. So there again, and she's right. They're going to hide it, and they're going to blame it on conservatives, and they're going to blame it on Republicans, because why don't you look at your own party? Why don't you look at what's going on over there, people who are all part of that? Why don't you start taking some responsibility? I remember when liberals were all about responsibility and freedom and no violence and accepting people for who they are. Who are you people? You're not the same people anymore. You have become completely insane, violent people. It's shocking. Now, we all know Jimmy Kimmel story, whatever. I don't care. I believe that was part of the... I believe that was the station doing that. That's what I think. They got canceled because the station canceled them, whether you like it or not. Supposedly his ratings were going down. I'm not a fan of his. I don't watch him. I find him dumb and boring, and who cares? But sometimes your show gets canceled because that's the reality. They want to make money, and it's not making money. But he said something that people didn't like. Whatever. I'm all about freedom of speech. You should be able to say, I'm not about cancel culture. I think it's disgusting and gross. And the Republican conservative people I know are not about cancel culture, okay? But you all on the left, remember, you are all about cancel culture. And I said it was going to come back to bite you in the ass. And there it was. Jimmy Kimmel got canceled. And some of you went out of your mind because he got canceled, because he did say something that was kind of disgusting and wrong, okay? Trying to blame it again on the conservatives. So this happened.
Prosecutors are now saying that Jimmy Kimmel's suspension may have motivated the suspected gunman who opened fire on a local ABC station in California. Investigators say the suspect drove up, fired through the windows into the front lobby of the ABC affiliate there in Sacramento on Friday afternoon. Thankfully, no one was hurt. NBC News correspondent Camila Bernal joins us now live. Camila, this is it's heart-wrenching. You know, another day we're hearing about gun violence, attempted violence. What did investigators find when they looked through that suspect's car and went to his house?
Hey, Morgan. Yeah, so when they went to his house, they found a satchel which they believe he was seen wearing on surveillance video. And inside the satchel was a handgun. And what authorities said was that they believe it is the same caliber as the casings that were found at the scene. They also, when they walked into the home, found a calendar that was on his refrigerator. And on that day of the shooting, on Friday, there was a note in that calendar that said, "Do the next scary thing." So it appears the shooting was on his calendar. Then when they also went to search his car, they found a note. And that note said this: "For hiding Epstein and ignoring red flags, do not support Patel, Bongino, and AG Pam Bondi." And they're next. Then it said CK from above. They believe that that CK stands for Charlie Kirk. So all of this, especially the note pointing to this being politically motivated, according to federal authorities. Of course, we'll have to watch to see how this all plays out in court. But we know that right now, the bail hearings for this suspect for federal and state charges are now scheduled for Thursday, Morgan. And
it is 100% politically motivated. Stop pretending like it's not. He just said it right there. It's politically motivated. I don't know if it's connected to Jimmy Kimmel. We'll find out, but it would make sense. That's why he shot up that ABC station that was an affiliate of the whole situation where I guess his platform is and all of that. 100%. It all clicks into it. He's a wingnut, left-wing extremist with a gun and writing they're all writing these crazy wingnutty notes. Okay, it's not conservatives and it's not Republicans. Okay, it's not. So just stop it already. Why don't you all start taking some responsibility for what's going on in your party? It's shocking that you wouldn't do that and that you wouldn't want to straighten people up. Aren't you embarrassed that this is happening? All you anti-gun people are using the guns to kill people. You're doing it.
We're also following the latest developments in the investigation after shots were fired at an ABC TV station in Sacramento, California. Protesters had been outside the station this week after Disney's indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel, who also still faces backlash over his false statements about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Well, this morning, that shooting suspect is in custody after he was initially arrested and then released on bail. 64-year-old Anabel Hernandez Santana faces state and federal charges. Through surveillance video, his car was identified and he was arrested Saturday, but then he was released on bail in the state of California. Later that night, he was arrested again by the FBI on a federal charge. Variety reports a LinkedIn account matching that name indicates he previously was a legislative director for the California Federation of Teachers and is now retired and engaged in, quote, full-time parenting. A next account matching that profile contains a steady stream of anti-Trump commentary.
Previously was a legislative director for the California Federation of Teachers. That's actually scary. What a wingnut. Wow, these are the people teaching are around our children? What the fuck? Like, wow, seriously? I just don't even know what to say anymore. I wanted to add those other two shootings to this so that they don't get hidden, because they are getting hidden. And this one, I think, is taking the Dallas ICE shooting is taking precedent over the others. And it's just so sad because every day another shooting happens. So I'm going to thank you all for watching and helping me create these videos. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and joining me every week on the lives. I appreciate it very much. And so I'll see you guys all on the next one.